Nicolas Cage may have found peace with Rico Shibata, but his past is far from behind him. With lawsuits, assault claims, and a storm of family drama, it's clear his troubles aren't over. So, what's really happening here? Let's break it down. First, we need to talk about Nicolas Cage and his ex, Christina Fulton. They were a couple between 1998 and 1990 and share a 34-year-old son, Weston. But here's the catch. They haven't been able to meet their granddaughters. Why? Because of a messy and, frankly, devastating feud with their former daughter-in-law, Hila Aronian, which has torn the family apart. Weston married Aronian in 2018, and they had twin girls, Cyrus and Venice, during the pandemic. But things quickly fell apart. Weston and Aronian split soon after, and that's when the drama hit a new level. Aronian found herself in legal trouble in 2023, with Weston and Christina suing her, accusing her of embezzling $100,000 and getting a fraudulent restraining order to keep them from seeing the twins. Christina claims Aronian used false allegations to control the situation. It is devastating not to see these kids. Nicholas and I haven't been able to meet our two beautiful little granddaughters at all since they were born. We're in a quiet, horrible nightmare, she said.
He is a grandfather.
Oh, he's brilliant.
But wait, there's even more. Fast forward 2 years, and now Christina is suing Nicolas Cage. Yep, you heard that right. She's accusing him of failing to step in and help Weston during his struggles, specifically with his mental health issues.
There were a couple times when I was not well.
According to Christina, Cage enabled Weston's violent behavior, and things have only gotten worse. Christina claims that Cage, despite knowing about Weston's substance abuse, mental health struggles, and violent tendencies, didn't take action to stop the spiral. Instead, Cage is said to have bailed Weston out of jail multiple times, even shared drinks with him, and provided him with a condo in Los Angeles, right next door to his own.
I wanted it to be unpredictable.
Can you imagine the tension in this family? Christina claims she was brutally assaulted by Weston in April 2024, leading to severe injuries. A brain concussion, eye damage, dental trauma, and PTSD. Not only that, but her career, which she had worked so hard to build, took a massive hit. Christina's modeling career has been put on hold, and her business, Cyclish, was at risk. Imagine trying to run a company while living in constant fear for your safety. That's the reality she's facing.
I'm out here doing the right thing, Good mom should.
Weston has a history of legal issues, too. Back in 2011, he and his then-wife, Nikki Williams, were arrested for felony domestic violence. And in 2017, he was arrested for driving under the influence and hit and run. He pled no contest and got probation, but it's clear this is a pattern.
I support the idea of putting an end to domestic violence.
But does the apple fall far from the tree? Usually not. Nicolas Cage has faced his own legal battles, including an arrest for domestic abuse in 2011 after an argument with his ex-wife, Alice Kim. He was accused of grabbing her during a drunken altercation, damaging parked cars, and being publicly intoxicated. Then, in 2018, Cage's ex-girlfriend, Vicky Park, accused him of abuse during their time together. She claims he was intoxicated and struggling with alcohol addiction, depression, and mental health issues.
That had to be a dark period for you.
It was dark, sure.
But Cage's family troubles don't end there. His 5 marriages have been just as chaotic, including one that lasted only 4 days before turning into his worst nightmare.
Patricia Arquette, 1995 to 2001. The actor's first wife was actress Patricia Arquette. The two met at a restaurant in 1987, and Nicholas was so struck by her that he asked her to marry her right on the spot. We were just kids. I was 19 and he was like, "And you're gonna marry me soon?" I was like, "No man, we're never even gone on a date. Let's slow it down." Patricia recalled the night they first met. Cage eventually convinced the young actress to go on a date with him, and it seemed to be going well at first. However, they soon split, with Arquette claiming that it was all too much too soon. She was only 19 years old at the time. 8 years later, Arquette picked up the phone and called Cage and said, "I'm ready to get married," adding, "It was very romantic." Patricia put Nicholas on quite a whirlwind during their time together. She told Andy Cohen that she requested 10 things from Cage as part of a scavenger hunt, including a J.D. Salinger autograph and a black orchid.
The idea was we really didn't know each other, and he was like, I met him in Crispin Glover in a restaurant, and Crispin said, I'm gonna marry you, and Nick said, no, I'm gonna marry you. And Nick said, give me a list of 10 things, like a quest, and I'll get all these things, and then you'll marry me.
It shouldn't surprise you that the actor managed to get everything on that list for her. The reasons for their split have remained a bit of a mystery. It was reported that the pair separated 9 months after marrying and spent years filing and withdrawing divorce papers before citing irreconcilable differences finally in 2001. Arquette, however, says the rumors of their early separation were untrue. There were times when we weren't living together because we were fighting, but it wasn't as reported, and I didn't feel that I needed to explain that. Though their union reportedly found a mutual and respectful end, Cage admitted in 2018 that he and Arquette hadn't spoken in a long time. Lisa Marie Presley, 2002 to 2004. Before Lisa was married to Nicolas, she took the big plunge with the famous pop star Michael Jackson. They were only married for 2 years before calling it quits, and then she was swept off her feet by Cage. Unfortunately, their love story was just as short-lived. Cage met Lisa Marie Presley, the daughter of Elvis Presley, at a party in 2000. The two married in August 2002 and filed for divorce 107 days later. Their divorce wasn't finalized until May 2004. In an interview, Cage said there was a sense, a logic to marrying the singer-songwriter, given they both came from famous and artistic families. Oftentimes, when you have two people who are very strong in their own personalities and rather intense, sometimes you can have a hard time meshing. We got into this unfortunate pattern of breaking up and getting back together again. Alice Kim, 2004 to 2016. In 2004, Nicolas and Alice, who is 20 years younger than the actor, might we add, met at a restaurant in LA where the brunette beauty worked as a waitress. They were engaged 2 months later and married later that same year and soon welcomed their first child, Kalel Coppola Cage. We did it because we loved each other, Cage stated. It seemed that Kim brought the best out of Nicolas, and he credited his stable lifestyle to her.
In my own life, I have a legitimate level of concern because if you love your kids, you're going to worry, but I hope I'm not like Grug. Do you think I'm like Grug?
Not quite, but he's a protective dad.
The couple was together for 14 years until Kim suddenly filed for divorce, which broke the actor's heart. He had admitted that he didn't count any of his previous marriages. His relationship with Kim had been the real deal because they had been together for so long and shared a child together. It's no wonder that he was shocked by the file for divorce. The actor finally thought that he had found his lifelong partner. It was a shocker for me. I definitely didn't see it coming, and those feelings had to go somewhere, so they went into the performance. The actor remained tight-lipped about what led to the couple's split, but said that they have remained on good terms to co-parent their son. Erica Koike, 2019. Nicolas's whirlwind romance with Erica, a makeup artist who is 20 years younger than the actor, ended just as quickly as it began. Just 4 days after marrying in Las Vegas in March 2019, the actor filed for an annulment. The couple had been together for a year before they decided to get married. Unfortunately, everything seemed to go downhill from there. There was a recent breakup. I didn't really want to talk about it, Nicolas confessed. I was pretty upset about that and the way things happened. He also confessed that when he woke up the next morning, he had no idea he was married. In court documents, Cage claims that they were both intoxicated and he lacked understanding of his actions in marrying Koike to the extent that he was incapable of agreeing to the marriage. Perhaps things got a little carried away in Vegas and they had made an impulsive decision to get hitched.
Well, let me guess. It's the wrong time. It's the wrong place. I'm wrong again. Wrong about us. Wrong about Thomas Gates. Wrong that you'd like the Queen Anne chair.
As it turns out, Cage soon found out that his new wife hadn't been as honest as she should have been when he said "I do." Following the divorce proceedings, Cage's fourth wife then continued to demand spousal support from the actor, even though they were only married for 4 days. Unfortunately, there's not much known about Rico, other than she's 31 years younger than her new husband and she lives her life out of the spotlight. That will most likely change now that she's married to a famous movie star. Cage fans can only hope that he's finally found happiness and that his heart has been mended after being broken so many times. She might be his fifth wife, but we hope for Nicolas that fifth time is really the charm.